Assalamualaikum. Konnichiwa. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Zahra and I am a Japanese Reverted Muslim. In this podcast, I talk about my journey to Islam and life with Islam. In the previous episode, I shared how I looked into different religions and how I met my husband. Today, I'm going to share how I slowly learned about Islam. First of all, I had no issue with believing in one God, because I always believe in some kind of higher power. So God as a creator of everything made sense to me easily. What I actually did was to read the translation of Qur'an in Japanese to know the teaching of Islam correctly. I'd be honest, my kind of real motivation was to find out any contradictions or doubtful descriptions in Quran and point them out because I didn't want to come to know something I cannot accept and regret later. So I was very careful and serious. It took a half year to finish reading the translated Quran in Japanese. My friend, who is now my husband, helped me the whole time. What I did was writing down questions on each chapter on emails and sent him. He answered all the questions on Skype after he did his research. I still have those emails I wrote. I might share some screenshots of those emails on SNS later. Anyway, reading those emails brought me back the feeling I had that time. I can't explain how I got this energy and passion to keep going until the end. I think Allah was helping me a lot, as there is a hadith. Allah says, "Take one step towards me, I will take 10 steps towards you. Walk towards me, I will run towards you." I wish I had the same level of guidance from Allah always, but I guess we have to ask for it and work for it constantly. So, I had an intention to find out something I cannot agree with in Quran, but after the whole process, I didn't find anything to disagree with. In fact, I was amazed by the fact that this holy book hasn't changed any words since it was revealed, and even lots of people memorized the whole book. The thing is, the more I learned about Islam, the more I felt free. I don't know how to explain, but I felt light, as if I cut down all the weights hanging from my body. I felt my vision was getting clearer by knowing what really matters. So, I wanted to learn more about Islam. My husband was not the only one who's helped me. Fortunately, there is one masjid in my hometown. So I sent an email to them that I was interested in knowing Islam. Soon, I got a reply from a Japanese Muslim lady and we decided to meet up to chat. I was so grateful to see a Japanese Muslim that I've never imagined they exist. On that day, she showed up with a hijab and it suited her so well and I loved it. She shared her experiences with me, so it turned out to be a great opportunity that helped me understand how it's like to convert to Islam and live as a Muslim in Japan. Not only that, she and her husband kindly held weekly lectures so I could ask any questions I had in person. For example, I remember asking about heaven. Let me read 3 actual questions I asked them. 1. If you enter heaven, do you have memories from this world? 2. Will you be able to see people you know from this world in heaven? 3. Even if you are in heaven, there might be a possibility that your non-Muslim friends or family cannot enter heaven, so will you feel sad in heaven? Even to these types of questions, they always help me to have better understanding. She also introduced me to her Muslim friends, and they introduced me to their study group. So I got to meet Muslim ladies from Libya, Uyghur, Turkey, then later more from Yemen, Algeria, Tunisia, Indonesia, and Japan. I met non-Muslim Japanese ladies here too. We gathered, read, and talked about one topic each week. They're both Muslim, so they already knew a lot as compared to me, but their attitude was always soft and modest, which made me feel we all were students after all. Also, they never forced me to convert to Islam, really, not even a small push, so I felt comfortable to keep going at my pace. Every time after this study session, we had lunch together at the end. We enjoyed chatting a lot of things over amazing homemade food. While some people say knowing about Muslims is not knowing Islam. And I can agree with it that Muslims' behaviors don't always represent Islam, right? But at least for me, knowing Muslim people changed the impression of Islam for sure. They were the same human beings who were cute, funny, charming, kind, generous, and loving. I really miss this study group. By the way, I feel lucky that my learning happened in Japan. The reason is that Muslims in Japan tend to get closer easily, irrespective of where they are from, because Muslims are minority in Japan. And I saw beautiful diversity and strong sisterhood just because they have the same faith. Also, thankfully, I got the information not only from one group of Muslims, and I still don't have any category for myself. I will wrap up this episode around here today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will inshallah post some related pictures on Instagram and Twitter as always. Next time, inshallah, I will talk about my trip to Malaysia and also conflict with my mom. Have a great day, guys. ありがとうございました。Assalamu alaikum.